Someone in the comments of a video I made has posed a question that set me thinking. The question is, how is it possible to create wealth over 40 without saving? I thought about this. However, what is buried in that question, it's not just about money. What I'm hearing from that question is it not too late? Is the window still opened? Am I still in a position to transform and turn my fortunes around? Let me be honest and be frank with you because I've lived through that. It is not late at all. Now is the time, and the purpose of this video is to share with you what has worked for me and for other women over 40 that I am working with. Maybe there will be a takeaway. Just stay with me. I'm Linda. Welcome to Linda's Freedom if you are visiting this channel for the first time, and I do look forward to your visit again so that we build the community. You see? Yes, I do understand the fear, the anxiety, and that is why I am not downplaying what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. You see, that fear is legitimate because there is a narrative that has been sold that when you are at 40, you are right at the peak of your life, as if there is no next chapter. So that fear is legitimate. Also, that fear, that concern is legitimate because we have been programmed to believe that time is limited, that there is no abundance, everything is scarce. What I do know is that while I understand that as far as time is concerned, what you have lost, you will not regain. However, at 40, just look at 50 more years, 25 more years. You know what you need? It's a strategy. It's a strategy to plan your life at least within that window, and it is possible. You are fortunate because we are having this conversation for the over 40. For me, it was a shocker because I became aware of where my life was when I left my 9-to-5 job at over 60. Can you imagine? However, what has carried me through is what I am sharing with you, and that is why I'm going to say to you, stay with me until the end of this video so that I share what worked for me. Hopefully there is going to be something for you to take away. So the bottom line is that I understand that fear. I've lived through it. I work with women who are living through it. Now, there is a case for being over 40. You know, when we are 20, we are just sailing without any anxiety or plans or design for the future. Life is hunky-dory. But at 40, do you know what? The advantage is that you have experienced the ups, the downs, the joys, the sorrows, the losses, the betrayals. In a nutshell, there is maturity, and that maturity is currency because you are wise. And then another thing, I don't know whether you are aware that at 40, and when you are still holding your job, you are at the peak of your earning capacity. That again is a plus, because if you become aware of that, whether you are still employed or unemployed, the fact is you are at the peak of generating income because of your experience. Never doubt your experience. And that is why what helped me quite a lot when I left my 9 to 5 job and I couldn't see the future, I simply sat down and started jotting everything that I could remember that made me happy, that brought me income. And I even went as far back as my childhood. Do you know why? Because I wanted to understand Linda. Because I had forgotten that as a child, as a 5-year-old, I enjoyed working with words. I enjoyed just thinking and daydreaming to the annoyance of my mother. But that helped me quite a lot because as a stubborn child, even today, there is this thing in me that says, I cannot be defeated by life. That if I fall, I need to get up. If I lose, I need to regain and learn and grow and do better. So, the 5-year-old stubborn child is very, very important for me today because there is nothing that I can say will force me to remain down there and not get up. And the same thing applies to you. When you are down, get up, because that stubbornness, that is what life needs actually. The noises that said, it's late. Do you think you can do that? Who do you think you are? Forget it. Be stubborn, be dismissive. Associate yourself with the thought that says, I can do this. I am going to apply myself. I'll do it. If it means registering for a course to reskill myself and have, I don't want to say side hustle, but just another job running parallel to what I'm doing, no matter how small it is, I'll do it. And I challenge you to do that, particularly because let us be honest. It is high risk just to focus on one 9 to 5 job. That is history. By now, you should be thinking of what is it that you can put in place so that there is additional income, because that is your landing cushion if anything happens. You know that jobs are become obsolete, companies are restructuring, people are getting laid off. So don't be discouraged. Don't remain powerless. Start imagining what it is that you can do if something happens and your income is dry. So I am encouraging you that indeed it is possible to create wealth when you are over 40 and you have no saving, and you can start right now, today, and just stay with me on this one, because I want us to look at what it is that creating wealth looks like, even if you are 40. As I've indicated, you have the experience, you are grown up, you are matured, you have experienced all sorts of things. So, creating wealth is not what you are sold on the internet. It is not an overnight get rich scheme. It is not something that you will achieve in 6 months. You can take that from me. It doesn't. Do you know what it is? It means, number one, be realistic about your earning capacity. You must know where your money is going. Don't be like Linda and other women who was just giving and giving, being a go-to aunt or friend and just doling out money financially. I did that, and please don't do that to yourself. Be conscious of where your money is going. Be conscious of the fact that it is important that you save money. That is, it is your money. Pay yourself first. When you receive your paycheck or your income, can you just take, even if it is $100, and invest it in an automated savings account? That is important. What it is saying to your mind is that you can do it. Do it and get it automated. Don't do it manually, so that you don't feel it, you don't see it, but every month there must be something that is going into your savings account, and start small. There is a person who can say to me, but I can't afford that. If it is not $100, how about 50? How about 20? How about $10? So that your mind is programmed to putting aside instead of just giving it away and not even knowing where it's going. That is the practice. What is also important, and this helped me quite a lot, it was to look at what I own and what was a financial liability. I started trimming away those subscriptions that I was not even tracking, and the saving was immense. I put it away. I remained with what I need. I remained with what I could control. And it was one day at a time. Now, stay with me. Remember, I said it is not an overnight get-rich scheme. Let me tell you what I also did, and this helped me quite a lot. I became a student when it came to money matters, financial matters, investment. It became very important because, as I've indicated, I was well over 60, and it was important for me to come up with a strategy to make sure that at least the balance of the years are working, they compound. The actions I took every day were compounding. That $100 that I was putting aside in an automated savings account helped quite a lot. And then what was also important is that I started educating myself about building assets, no matter how small. You know what? The intellectual property. I started writing books, ebooks, and the distribution online brought income, and I am so delighted that the book I've been working on for the past year is going to be launched on the 24th of June. And the response, I'm pre-selling that book. I didn't know this. I would not have known this if I had invested my time just scrolling aimlessly. But I didn't do that. I associated myself with people who made me accountable. We shared ideas and they encouraged me. And that is why this book is going to be launched on the 24th of June. I've been working on it. So that is intellectual property. Nobody can take away that from me. Even artificial intelligence cannot take that away from me. So what I'm saying is, your lived experience is currency. I don't know what it is. You know it yourself. It is currency. Just go for it. And it may be something that is as easy as gardening, baking. If you like children, you can imagine assisting parents to look after children after school, as long as the children feel safe for you if you are out of employment. Babysitting, checking homework, talking to children, joining a class and volunteering is an exposure, because you begin to talk to people who open your eyes. I did that. And today, I even turned down invitations to go and speak because I no longer do that free of charge. If, for instance, I agree, I do arrange a slot just for me to promote what I do, because that is promotion. Go for it. Do it. Don't be the person who is doling out everything, pouring yourself out free. This is a very hard world. You will not be compensated for that. So, it took me a long time to learn, and that is why I am freely sharing this with you. So, this is what I'm going to ask you to do. If this video resonates with you, can you share it with another woman who may benefit? Not just to comment. I am inviting you to do that so that we build this community. And then another thing, if you scroll down, there are links in this video. Feel free to email me so that I can be in direct communication with you. I indicated that I am going to be doing these videos for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So this is the second one of the series, and I appreciate your time. I look forward to being with you in the next video, and just start today. Just start today to jot down what I have suggested. Don't procrastinate. Don't tell yourself that you are not ready. The fact that you are watching this video suggests that you are ready to move on. Let's do it together. Thank you for your time.